Howdy, Chieftains. It's Western Willie, and our guest host is Kinley with the weekly podcast.
Hey guys, it's Kinley, and I wanted to speak a little bit about Singles Awareness Day, which was Wednesday. I wanted to remind you that you can't keep trying to revive a conversation with someone who shows zero interest in you, or who you are, or what you have to say. Archive that chat, sweetie. It's time. I also hope that you guys had a great Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Kinley. Here is Gabriella and Skyline to talk about Black History Month.
February is Black History Month. Let's write some facts down about some of my favorite role models that changed history. Ella Fitzgerald was an American singer who debuted in 1934. She's an icon of Black American music in the 1930s, followed by another famous singer, Louis Armstrong, as you might know, that sang the timeless hit, What a Wonderful World. One of my favorite songs from Ella is Cry Me a River, released in 1961 in her album, Clap Hand. Did you know that Ella was the first African American woman to win multiple Grammy Awards?
Our second role model is Garrett Morgan. Garrett Augustus Morgan was an African American inventor and community leader. He created the J.A. Morgan Hair Refining Company in 1913 and the National Safety Device Company in 1914. You might recognize his most famous invention, the streetlight. Morgan also created a safety hood or gas mask to protect from smoke. Did you know Garrett himself used their helmet to rescue workers after the Cleveland Waterworks explosion?
The Snowball Dance is on the 18th, tomorrow from 8 to 10 p.m. in the commercial building at Creek County Fairground. No tickets will be sold at the door. You can still buy a ticket today. Friday for Mr. Lusk. Did you hear that, Chieftains? You must buy a ticket today because none will be sold at the door. Central Tech has its open house this Sunday, February 19th from 1 to 4 at Drumright and Spolpa campuses. See Mrs. Romine for any questions. Winter sports are all but over, but don't despair. Spring sports are here. Gabriella and Lauren recently sat down with Coach Kinzer to talk about soccer season.
Hello everyone, it's Gabriella with another podcast interview. Today I'm here with Mr. Kinzer, the Zapolpa boys soccer coach. Hello Mr. Kinzer, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good myself. What does your off-season conditioning look like?
So in the fall, we typically do about 1 hour a day. We vary from day to day. So Tuesdays, Thursdays are what we call speed, agility, quickness. Monday, Wednesday are typically we have the ball at our feet doing technical work. And then Fridays are generally just gameplay, player's choice, scrimmage, small-sided games, things like that. And a lot of it's just team building, building a good culture throughout the fall months.
What does your typical practice look like?
So we go in 90 minutes. That's always been a philosophy of mine, to get it done in an hour and a half. So as we get close to the season, in fact, we start with our first scrimmage next Thursday at Sand Springs. Typically what we do is the first few minutes, you've got warm-up, stretching. We'll then go into more technical work with the ball, players individually, players in groups, and then we'll break out into something that builds for the theme of the rest of the day or possibly the week. So if we're working, say, overall defense, we may start with some 1v1s, then break it into 2v2, 3v3, small-sided games, and build toward the last, say, 30 minutes where it's a larger 8v8, something like that, that it maybe equates more to the actual game itself instead of small-sided. So it kind of depends on what we want to work on, where we see our needs and our challenges. That kind of becomes the theme of the day or 2 days or even a week.
What are some of the most important qualities of a successful soccer player?
Well, I think you see that in any athletes, people in any endeavor. Number one, how willing are they to work hard? The other part is, are they coachable? A lot of times people who don't accept criticism never really grow in whatever they do. The really great players, the really, whatever the case may be, whatever your profession in, you got to understand you always get better. And that doesn't mean you have to necessarily take everything that everybody says, but you got to understand that people have different perspectives about how you need to work on this. It fits what we want to do. One thing about high school soccer is when you have several players coming from different club teams, those club teams have different philosophies of play. Some of them like to build from the back. Some of them will attack more directly. Some of them are very aggressive in their defense. Others are very passive. And then you've got to bring all those different styles in and put that with 22 different players. So the ability and the willingness to learn and adapt is huge. And that goes along with work, too.
Leo Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
As far as who I would favor Messi. I was glad to see finally got World Cup victory. I think it was well-deserved. He's a hard worker, not that Ronaldo's not. It just seems like he's kind of a grinder, and both in a game and in training as well. So I was finally get that victory.
What inspired you to become a soccer coach?
You know, I started playing late. I was a football, baseball guy, and in the late 70s, the Tulsa Roughnecks, as part of an old league called the NASL, there was a team formed in Tulsa, and started going to games. And, you know, at that point in time when it came to, there was really no off-season football. There was, you know, so you could find time to do that. So basically it was just a group of guys at my high school put together a little club team, and I kind of realized I was pretty decent at it. I don't know that I set out in college to be a soccer coach. It was something that when I first got hired at Broken Arrow, they looked at my experience and said, hey, we have an opening. Would you like it? And I did, and I enjoyed the coaching. I always equate coaching and teaching are the same type of things. You know, whether you're teaching a skill on the soccer field or a concept or a tactic or a strategy, you do the same thing in the classroom. So I think kind of naturally being a teacher, that equates itself to being a coach as well.
Hey guys, this is Lauren with some soccer jokes for all the soccer moms out there. What kind of tea do soccer players drink? Penalty. What is a ghost's favorite soccer position?
Left out?
Goalkeeper.
Oh.
Okay, we're getting some major eye rolls. That's what I need. What do soccer referees send during the holidays?
Yellow and red cards?
Yellow cards. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of got that one.
Thank you, Mr. Kinzer, for joining us this week.
You bet. Anytime.
And now, here is Mad Dog Sports Moment.
Howdy, Chieftain fans. Tonight is our last regular season basketball game, and it might seem like our sports offerings are winding down. But don't despair, Chieftains. Basketball playoffs are scheduled for the upcoming weeks, as well as regional and state wrestling. And right around the corner, we have a full schedule of baseball, golf, soccer, and tennis, as well as a full spate of track and field. Lots of sports are left for this year, so stay tuned to our podcast every Friday morning for late-breaking scores.
Keep barking, Mad Dog! Girls soccer are in action tomorrow at the Tahlequah preseason round robin. Heads up, Chieftains, there will be no school on Monday for President's Day. That's it for this week. Thanks for listening, and smash that like button and share with your friends, or you're going to fail that math exam. Have a great week, Chieftains.